Hey everyone, are you ready to make your sentences way more interesting? Today, we're going to talk about some really special, almost magical words that help us do just that. Let's jump right in. Okay, so let's look at this sentence. Ramen went to school. Simple enough, right? It tells us exactly what ramen did. But it's a little bit plain, isn't it? Kind of short. And then we have this one. Amal went to school. Again, it's a perfectly fine sentence. But if you were telling a story and you just said, Ramen went to school, Amal went to school, well, it would get pretty boring pretty fast. We need something to connect these ideas. So here's the big question. How do we get these two little sentences to become friends? How do we get them to link up? Well, it's actually pretty easy. We just need a little bit of word magic. And these magical words are called joining words. So these joining words, sometimes you'll hear them called conjunctions, which is the fancy name, are basically like super glue for your words. They stick different words and even whole sentences together so you can build bigger, much more interesting ideas. It's the secret to telling a really good story. All right, part 1, Raman's school bag. Let's follow our buddy Raman and see what he's packing for school. Pay close attention, because we're about to see our very first joining word in action. Okay, look at this. Raman took his textbook and his notebook. See that word right there? And? That's our first joining word. And we use it to connect things that are alike or that go together. I mean, a textbook and a notebook. They're both for school, right? So and is the perfect word to join them. And you can use and for all sorts of things. Like, if you're eating fruit, you could have an apple and a kiwi. Or what about a yummy samosa and chutney? They just belong together. It even works for people, like you and me learning this together. Okay, on to part 2. Something is missing. So Raman made it to school. Everything's going great. But, I think he forgot something. Something important. Let's find out what it is. So here's the situation. On one hand, Raman took his pencil. That's good. But on the other hand, he forgot his eraser. Not so good. Do you see how these two ideas are kind of opposites? He remembered one thing and he forgot another. They're different. So when we have two different or opposite ideas like that, how do we join them? We use our next joining word, but. I took my pencil, but I forgot my eraser. But is perfect for this. It's like a seesaw, One idea goes up and the other goes down. It connects two things that aren't the same. Aw, poor Raman. How's he going to fix any mistakes without an eraser? Don't worry, though. His friend Amal is here to help. Let's see how our joining words help us tell this part of the story. Check this out. Raman forgot his eraser, so he had to borrow one from Amal. The word so is really, really useful. It tells us what happens next or what the result is. The first thing happened, he forgot his eraser. So, the next thing happened, he borrowed one. Simple. Now, we can also flip this around and say, he borrowed an eraser because he forgot his own. This word, because, is like our super detective word. It always tells us the reason why. If I ask, why did he borrow an eraser? The answer is, because he forgot his own. It gives you the reason. Okay, so Raman's got an eraser now, thanks to Amal. But now the teacher has something to say. And after that, Amal is going to give Raman a choice. We're about to learn 2 more really great joining words. Well, listen to this. The teacher says, if you forget again, I will not let you borrow one. That word if is like our rule word. It sets up a deal or a rule. If you do this, then this will happen. It's a really important one. Phew, After all that drama with the eraser, it's got to be snack time, right? But here's the thing. You can only pick one. So, do you want a samosa or do you want a biscuit? See that? Or. That's our choice word. You use it when you have to pick one thing from a list. Samosa or biscuit? That's a tough one. Yes, you guys did it. Look at all these amazing joining words you've learned. You basically have writing superpowers now. Let's do a super quick review of all your new powers. Here it is, your official superpower list. Remember, and joins things that are the same, but joins things that are different. So tells you what happened next, because tells you why it happened. If gives you a rule, and or gives you a choice. See? Every single one has a special job to do. And there you have it. Now you know the secret to making your sentences so much better. You can tell amazing stories. So my question for you is this. What joining words are you going to use in your story today? Start looking for them when you read and try using them when you talk. Awesome job, everyone, and I'll see you next time.